Oh, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Lights. I'm Tom Malone. I'm joined by Johnny Ward and Brian Sheeran. Gavin is still killing time ahead of Cheltenham, so I think he's in the Canaries this week, so we won't have any contribution from him. But how are you guys?
All good, all good.
Yeah, all good, yeah. Can't complain.
Interesting card last week. I think Master Speaker, probably the highlight, was he?
Yeah, like a hell of a training performance for Maiden McGuinness. Horse was hard to win with, won twice in the bounce now. I think he's enjoying the sea air in North County Dublin.
And your mate Fergal Brand again, strikes.
Yeah, can't stop him. This time I wasn't with him, but yeah, fair play to him. He just can't do any wrong. He must be approaching double figures now at this stage. There must be 7 or 8 winners
and
for him.
And that drive after the 9 o'clock as well.
Yeah, he could nearly do it in his sleep now, couldn't he?
Right, let's move on to this week. We start off with a claimer here. 6 Silver Lane and Settle for Red are two that kind of jumped off the page at me. What about you, Johnny?
Yeah, two very reliable yardsticks at Dundalk. I think 6 Silver Lane is a great chance here. Dropping back to a mile is fine for him. His last 2 runs have been really solid. I think he's won 13 races. He's probably closing in on 100 appearances in the next year or so. Just really, really solid, decent draw. I can't see past him at all. He's a great chance. Good
stuff. Anything for you in the claimer, Brian?
Yeah, Rosenborg Rider is a nice little weight there with Thomas Sherry taking weight off his back, 10 pounds I think. So he'd come into it on that alone, but 6 Silver Lane, he was fighting back all the way to the line off a real sedate early pace in that 1 mile 2 claimer. So as Johnny said, back to a mile, more honest gallop, I think. Yeah, he'll get
good
off the
stuff.
fire.
Right, let's move on to the Fillies maiden then. One on pedigree jumped out off the page at me here. Her Black Gold Fairy, granddaughter of Islington. Do you remember her? Quality.
Kieran Fallon's
in the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah.
Third in that controversial Irish Champion Stakes match, behind High Chaparral and
Falbrav, yeah. Should have reversed the result probably.
Anyway, this isn't quite as good a race as that, but what are your thoughts?
Something has to win.
Something has to win.
Dream Point dropping back to the mile. She ran very well back at Lingfield last time after an encouraging run first time out. I think she's a good, solid chance. Jazz Lady, maybe the danger.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think Jazz Lady is interesting if she can improve anyway at all from her third on debut here, but Black Gold Fairy is the one for me. Michael Halford, the improvement that his horse, I know it doesn't have a great draw and all that, but if she can improve anyway from that debut here back in November, yeah, I think she could be one for you. You going with her as well?
Yeah, I know, a big Black Gold Fairy fan. Yeah, absolutely. And Mick Halford's second time out, I generally would like that.
They do definitely improve.
And our friend, I forgot to mention, Port Lions last week. How did he find another way to lose?
Unbelievable. I think he's appealed the decision. The aforementioned.
It looked a harsh DQ. It did look a harsh
enough
one, but
Port Lions, and those who backed him into 1 to 4.
Yeah, he went over 2 to 9.
Yeah, and backed him at 101 in running.
Yeah, ouch. Anyway, you laid him to Johnny, didn't you?
No, I didn't actually. He wanted even money, but
I got 1 to 4,
Right, let's move on to this handicap. This isn't a bad handicap at all here. Ozzy Valentine actually liked Master Speaker. Intriguing to see if he benefits from a change to the sea air.
Absolutely, yeah, and he's well handicapped in his best form. Red Avenger travelled great the last day. Didn't quite see it out, but I think he's just hit a vein of form now. He's dropped to a mark that gives him a big chance. From gate 1, he's going to travel away. I'd say furlong down, nothing to be travelling better. Hopefully, get home.
Good stuff. Anything for you, Brian?
I'm going to go with John S. I think there's going to be more improvement from this horse this year. He's still only a 4-year-old. I actually spoke to Conor Dwyer after he won here the last day, and he actually hit the line really well. So I think John S. for me. He's actually named after John Short, which was obviously a good friend of Conor Dwyer. So it'd be nice if he could be a nice little money spinner on the all-weather for him.
Good stuff. Right, let's move on to the Boyles Bingo Irish Maiden. This one, 7 furlongs ahead of them for this one. Looks pretty wide open again. Some of the debutants might be interesting. What do you fancy here?
Yeah, you could make a case for the likes of Havana Go, Irish Minister, Noble Kingsway, but I'm going to stay loyal to Feisty Katerina. I put her up last week in that maiden that Port Lions won or didn't win.
Edit as appropriate.
Feisty Katerina would have won.
Yeah, no, I don't know if she would have, but yeah, she's got the cheek pieces on. She's got Gavin Ryan claiming 7. That maiden or that debut performance that she put up at Fairyhouse, it just sticks in my mind. If she could return to anything like that behind the likes of Blue Wheeleroo, I think she'd have a big chance in a race like this.
Johnny?
Havana Go, very well drawn. Nice debut effort. Probably needed to run a little bit the last day. Dave Mernance had a decent winter. I think a very solid chance for gate 1.
Good stuff. Right, on to this 7 furlong handicap rather here. Bluesbreaker top in the market, top in the weights rather, but Damien English has the top 2 here, and the jockey bookings are interesting, aren't they?
Yeah, Steve Mooney, he's obviously learned his trade a bit. Bluesbreaker, he has won over the course and trip. Whether he's better off over a little bit shorter, maybe. I'm going with Nam, our old friend here. Hood first time, I think, could be a big help to this filly, and I think she could be a good price. Her run 2 runs back, 25s into 10s would give her a huge chance. Bit disappointed last year, but I think the Hood could be the making number.
Good stuff. Johnny's back in Nam. What about you?
The Nam the last day was obviously too bad to be true, but I think Fashionable Man has definitely got an each way squeak here, wearing the blinkers for the first time. Again, you got young Ben Cohen taking £7 off his back. Not a great stall there in 12, but yeah, I think if any money came from him, I'd be taking note.
Very good. Right, on to the 6 furlong contest then. Patrick Joseph here tops the weights. I mean, technically, this makes it only 0 to 60 or 45 to 60. But if he broke Patrick Joseph or sorted that part of his game out, he'd be competitive.
I think he's big claims here, dropping back to 6. He's a horse by Helmet who probably just needs a little bit more experience. And Pat Smullen, Marnan goes for him quite a bit of late. I think he's rock solid, really, dropping back to the 6. Draw 10 is a little bit of a worry, but that'll be the only worry really for me.
Brian?
I concur. Couldn't put it any better myself. Patrick Joseph for me.
Okay, that's okay. 3 votes for Patrick Joseph. That's a rarity. Let's move on then before we start disagreeing again. The penultimate race then, 1.5 mile handicap here for Apprentice riders. This is tricky.
Yes, because Easy Boy, he broke my heart the last day because I'd just given up on him and he goes and wins. He's a horse. He's not a reliable character at all. He needs to be delivered on the line.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, but look, he'd probably nearly win this at all if he could just be, if he could get any more Killian Leonard's genius here again. Pillard obviously ran well behind Easy Boy the last day, but I'd say if Easy Boy is anywhere around 5 or 6 to 1 again, maybe he could be a bet.
Yeah.
I like Pillard. He's not that long with Paul Hennessy, more known for training the dogs, but he's actually quite adept at training horses, and the run last time was, was quite eye-catching actually. I think he can reverse the form. Gary Halpin on board. Draw 11 isn't a major worry over this trip. Yeah, he has,
he's a good friend of Aidan O'Brien's as well, Paul Hennessy. So
down that neck of the woods.
Yeah, so Shamie Heffernan comes and rides work for him on occasion as well. So yeah, he would have a few people to help him out, But you're a bit with Pillard, yeah?
I am indeed.
Good stuff. Right, let's move on to the last then, this Kentucky Derby qualifier. That's next week. I mean,
Gotta go to Kentucky Derby before we die, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm actually in America.
As long as you turn up in like a private plane, because they have those private jets, car park on the side. Yeah.
I'm in America when it's on, but I'm gonna have to watch it in New York, I think.
Oh,
yeah. Kentucky's just a little bit too far away.
Right country,
I'm
wrong
over
place.
for New York and Leitrim.
All right.
You're going to New York and Leitrim, not to Kentucky Derby. Okie doke. Horse racing journalist there, Johnny Ward, your thoughts on this last race?
Nimitz was very frustrating, but he did do the job quite nicely last time, which doesn't seem like 4 weeks ago. Just with his head in front the last day, I think he might actually follow up. Couldn't knock him. He'd be a nice horse to go jumping. And in fairness to him, despite the fact he was frustrating, he's very consistent, and he got the trip quite well the last day.
Yeah.
Your friend Nimitz, he flagged him up the last day.
He was unlucky a few times, I know it was the 14th attempt that he won at, but he was unlucky the odd time. He's only got £4 for that. I'd be disappointed if he wasn't bang there, and I'm actually going to put him forward as my best bet of the night.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to have best bets of the weekend as well first, and then we'll run through the card. Go on, best bet of the weekend, Johnny. What is it for you?
Best bet of the weekend, I would probably give Dundalk to beat Shamrock Rovers.
Dundalk to beat Shamrock Rovers. Okay, good stuff.
I'm not going to do anything else about horse racing, but I just draw the attention to the likes of the Bobby Joe at the weekend. Is a fantastic race. The likes of Mala Beach and Empire Dirt, and I'm trying to sell it, but I'm going to have to stick with Dundalk. Nimitz, best bet of the weekend.
Best bet of the weekend. My best bet of the weekend, by the way, you can back Wales plus 10.5 at 5 to 6.
Is that still there?
Yes, it is. I checked just there momentarily.
A lot of people tell me to back Wales.
Yeah. Plus 10.5 is ludicrous. Also, my best bets of the night for Dundalk.
6 Silver Lane is my nap. Red Avenger the next best. Patrick Joseph the third.
6 Silver Lane, Nimitz, the banker, and John S.
John S. Good stuff. I'm with Black Gold Fairy, Settle for Red, and I'm also going with Patrick Joseph. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and join us again next week for more Friday Night Lights.